This is that foam roller open book. Bottom leg is straight. Right leg, hip's gonna be at 90 degrees. Rotate open, keeping the knee in contact with the foam roller to pin the pelvis into place. So thread the needle, hands gonna go palm up on the foam roller. You rotate down as far as you possibly can, getting as much T-spine rotation as you can. You're gonna come back up. This arm that's down can bend to give you a little bit more range of motion. So T-spine extension, hips are gonna stay down on the ground. Arch over the foam roller. You can go to a higher spot up. Arch over kind of as far as you feel comfortable doing. Come all the way back up. If you find a spot in particular, it's a little tighter than another spot, you can kind of stay on that particular spot and continue to mobilize it. This is a hip 90-90 stretch. So what I'm gonna have you do is sitting in this position, the 90-90 position, trying to be as upright as you possibly can be. Just kind of holding this position. You can also add a little bit of rotation side to side to get a little bit more of a stretch. After you finish that, you're gonna drop your chest down, hinging over. You should feel a stretch back here in your lower body, and you're gonna hold that for about 30 seconds, and you'll do the same thing on both sides. This is called a seated Faber stretch. You're gonna take your leg, put it on top of your knee like this, outside your ankle. You're just gonna kind of push this hip down, okay? You're gonna try to relax the hip into external rotation. Same thing, you're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. You're gonna relax, put it back up there. You do 2 to 3 sets, both sides. So this one's a seated rotation with some side bending to help work on that thoracic rotation. You can sit in a chair backwards like this. I just want it where your legs are kind of spread apart, because it kind of helps with the stability aspect and pinning your pelvis in place. Hands are going to kind of go behind your head here. What you're going to do is you're going to rotate over, and then you're going to come back. You're going to rotate again as far as you can. Then you're going to side bend, come back to the middle, rotate, and you're going to go rotating and side bending about 3 times. And then you're going to switch and do the other side as well. Elevated hamstring stretch. What you're going to do is find a surface. You can use a little box, you can use a bench, whatever. Dowel over the back is optional. I just kind of like it because it gives you something to rotate on. You put one foot up, legs can be straight. You're going to be hinging over. You'll feel a good hamstring stretch here. What you're just going to do is you're going to rhythmically rotate side to side. A good stretch. Rotate. Nice comfortable depth, feel a good pull. You rotate for a lot of time, it'll be both sides. This one's a half kneeling adductor stretch. So what I'm gonna do, adductors are inside the thigh here. Bring my leg out to the side like this, okay? What I'm gonna be doing is I'm not gonna be bending over with my body. I'm gonna be hinging, so kind of pushing my hips backwards. And that's gonna cause this to stretch, okay? If you want more of a stretch, if you're like, yep, this feels like a pretty decent stretch, but I want more, you can either push your butt back further, or you can side bend towards the leg. I like the side bend towards the leg because it causes a little more tension all the way throughout. If you need a little less tension, then you can tend to slide a little bit away. So those are kind of the 3 ways that you can increase tension or decrease: pushing the butt back, leaning more to the side, or taking a little bit of slack off. So you're gonna lean all the way over. After you finish that side, then you're gonna switch sides. This is a dowel lat stretch. We did it on the wall with a foam roller, but I'm going to show you an alternative option to do. Just going to find a surface. You can use a counter or a bed, piece of equipment like this. You're going to drop your chest down so you feel the lats start to stretch. Hands are about 12 inches apart, and you're just going to bend the arms overhead and statically hold there. So this is a doorway pec stretch. What you're going to do, you can use a doorway, the corner of a wall. Doesn't really matter. You're going to put your arm up to 90 degrees. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of turn your body away and lean forward. You should feel a good stretch kind of in that pec muscle or in the shoulder itself. And you can, again, adjust the angles if you want to too. So you can start up where the arm is up a little bit higher at like 120 degrees. You can do it where it's at 90 degrees. You can also do it down even a little bit lower to kind of change the angle of pull that you're applying.